Yeah, because people are actually shocked when we tell them how we met. A lot of them are unaware that we actually met on a dating site.
Facebook
That's right,
dating
Facebook dating. How many years ago was that?
4 years ago.
And listen, we was actually a match. Baby, show them we actually matched.
We have receipts. We have
Absolutely.
receipts.
All right. Yeah. Hello, welcome back to Love, Life, and Luggage After 50. I'm Tim.
Hi, I'm Eulica. So, welcome to our new people and welcome back to those who've been in the family for a minute.
Yes, our loyal followers. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your support.
Absolutely.
So, as we were saying before the intro, that some people did not know that we actually met online.
Yes, they're actually shocked that we've met online. And how many years has it been?
It's been 4 years.
4 years we've been dating, and they're shocked. And so many of our friends and family are on dating sites, but unfortunately, they're not having the success with it that we've had.
So we were sharing some information recently with some individuals, and we thought that we would bring it to you. And the topic of the day is
Swiping left after 50. All right. And we want you to be successful in swiping left.
Yes, we do.
So
yes,
we discovered from our friends some key things that they are not adding to their dating profile that are probably causing them heartburn in the dating scene and getting people swiping on their pictures that they really don't necessarily desire to meet. So I think it's important that when you set up your profile, it says something about you.
Yes.
And it speaks to what your character is and what you want, what you're looking for. You really gotta fill these things out. And baby, should we get into it?
Yes, we do. And we have an episode. We have another episode, another video that's called First Impressions. Yes. And this is the same thing, but in virtual world. That your profile is telling the people, you're introducing yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get into it.
Let's get into it.
So number one,
outdated or filtered pics. Now, guys and gals, we know that sometimes it's easy for us to pull from pics that are most flattering about us, and they are older, and some have filters. I don't know if men use filters too much as women.
I have noticed some filters. I have noticed some.
I think people want to know you. They want the real you. Okay, so I would say lay off the filters, post recent pictures of yourself. I promise you, there's somebody out there that's going to want you for you.
For you, yeah. So 10 years ago, not so good. Ladies, we change our hair a lot. So maybe multiple pictures with you in different hairstyles. Yes. Just give the person an idea of what they're going to meet in real life. But I would like to call somebody out. Somebody said, don't use a filter.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, so especially guys, this is a definite no-no. All right. This is me 4 years ago. I'm well over 50. Okay. I'm rocking the hoodie. I got a thug out chain on with a rifle on the bottom of it. And by the way, I was faking the funk. That's not even a real necklace. That's actually a filter right there. And I wouldn't. And my face is not welcoming. I look mean, but somebody found that picture. Tell them what it is about that. I hate the picture personally. I regret even ever doing it. But
so there are multiple pictures, and I'm going to show you the next one as well. But so this is the picture that actually started our engagement, our talking.
Right off of my dating profile.
So on the Facebook dating app, it said something about, hey, engage with this person by saying something about, one of the pictures. So what I wrote is that I don't believe it. I don't believe you're a thug. I see gentleness in your eyes.
And guys, ladies, she was absolutely right. I was faking the funk. I was just playing around with the camera, with the filters. And I'm really not that guy. Maybe I was a long time ago, but I'm not.
But the thing that I liked is that it was multiple pictures of you. So it was this thug nasty, and then it was this one.
I don't even know. I don't like that picture.
I like it. But to me, the contrast you showed, and there was another picture where you had like a button down on.
So what was it about this picture that made your popcorn pop?
It's not one picture. It's that you are both people.
Okay.
So the man that I like wears Timberlands and hard bottoms. You got to be able. I like the complexity of it.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, and the hat, like your top hat, because you're a hat.
I am a hat person.
But it proved. But the reason why it was important that you have hats because you really are. That's truly who you are.
Yeah,
you should be.
Yeah.
So now let's talk.
But those eyes are like the come hither eyes. I think that's what probably got you locked in. Anyway, let's go to the next.
So what about this fit? So you talking about what caught me up?
Yeah. Oh, now, guys, this picture right here of Eulica told me everything. You know, it's an old saying that goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, this picture told me 1,000,000 words about her without even ever knowing her, having a conversation with her. I looked at this picture and I was able to glean from this picture that this woman is whimsical. She likes to have fun. She's comfortable with herself. And if you notice, this is the right way to post. There's a full body picture of her.
Because the problem with just the face picture.
Yes, the problem with the face picture is that, you know, maybe you're hiding something that you don't want people to see. But I'm telling you, people are going to love you for who you are. Just be yourself. You know, I'm a big guy. You know, if you're a big woman, there are men out there that love, but I love me a good big.
And would you even want the person who's not into, if people are not into a certain thing, would you even want to be with that person? No,
Right.
You're not for them. They don't like tall people, short people, whatever it is.
Correct.
Then you just move on and let it be something. Be yourself.
Be your authentic self. That's the number one thing. Be your authentic
And
self.
I would say you need multiple pictures. Usually most dating apps allow for maybe 3 to 5
That's
pictures.
correct, yeah.
So it should be a mixture of kind of their different facets, maybe adventurous.
You're doing things on your favorite hobby.
Outdoors.
Yes.
Yeah. So then also for me, it's intriguing to see you dressed up, dressed down, casual.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, this guy is multifaceted. And
Yeah.
for some reason, a lot of men, if they've ever been fishing, they have a picture. And this was all kinds of men. This is black, white, like different socioeconomic background. If you have a fishing picture, for some reason they posted it. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it needs to be a contrasting picture in the profile that shows you in a suit, shows you in a button down, shows you in other
Show some diversity.
Show some diversity so you can build a full picture so someone can figure out. Same thing for ladies. It might be you all dressed up, full face glam, but you might have something that's more casual, just a different look. Yeah. Just so they can get an idea, of you fully.
Absolutely. What's number 2, baby?
Number 2 is ineffective bios or the About Me section. It might be called different things.
Now, we've noticed this about our friends who are on dating apps. They're not filling out the bios. It's blank. And so all they have is a picture with a blank bio with no description of who they are, who they want to, have be attracted to them. There's no information.
It has to be something about you.
Yes, something about you that's that people are going to find intriguing, that make them want to swipe left.
So we have a few examples.
Yes, some do's and some don'ts. All right, so some do's and don'ts on how to build an effective bio. Now, listen, it's like the movie Hitch with what's the actor's name? Will Smith said, "Listen, if you're shy, be shy. If you a nerd, be a nerd. Just be yourself. People want your authentic self." So this is a no-no. If your profile reads over 50 shy homebody, that's really not saying a lot about you.
And guys are notorious. And again, I was telling you, this is from all types of men, black, white, younger, older. All of them had very little words to say. And I think you have to be able to describe yourself.
You got to be able to describe yourself, be descriptive as possible. So maybe a counter to that could possibly work is quiet, kind, and content with the simple things in life. Over 50 and more comfortable at home than in the spotlight. Looking for a genuine connection, shared laughs, someone who appreciates the peace in everyday moments. I promise you there's someone out there that's a homebody like you. All right? But you need to put more meat on the bone.
For the one on the right, I see, if it's a man, that so the homebody means I'm not doing nothing else but being home. And on the right is saying, I prefer this, but I'm comfortable here, but it makes me think he's opening.
But
He's
you're open to other
open
things.
to other things.
And I'm telling you, guys, there's a lot of women out there. I've heard them say it. Once men get over their 50s, they're boring. They don't want to do. I've heard them say it about us, bro. They say all they want to do is sit on the couch. You know, they want a woman to come and cook for them, and they don't want to go out. They don't want to. That's why maybe they're dating younger men. But I've heard them say it. But I know that you're more than just a homebody type. I know you like to get out and maybe catch a ball game every now and then.
And I think when you give somebody a fuller vision of you, they can appreciate all the facets of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's go to the next example.
All right. So now here's the single mom or dad. Now, probably an over divorce with 3 grown kids who love to travel. It's not enough to add to a bio. You know, I mean, it's good to know that you like to travel. That's good. All right. But it doesn't really round you out. It doesn't really speak to the whole. You know, in life, it's the whole of your life that makes you who you are.
Exactly.
Not just a quick sentence. All right. So maybe another alternative would be divorced mom or dad of 3 amazing grown kids, enjoying the new chapter of life, passionate about travel, good conversation, and making the most of every moment. Ready to see where the next adventure leads. Care to join me? Now that care to join me is an invitation.
I like a question at the end. I
Yes.
like that. I think that's great. I love the question at the end where you're inviting a person to join you. But I wanted to contrast with the passionate about travel is different than love to travel.
Right. That's right.
I think they communicate something a little
Passionate
different.
about travel means you may already have your passport and you're ready to go.
Exactly. I think that you don't have a lot of space in these apps. You don't have room for a whole paragraph. So just make sure that you're using that space that's available to communicate.
And be as descriptive as possible. If I'm at a restaurant and somebody say I serve steaks, that's not telling me anything. The steak can be rubbery.
It could be T-bone. It could be Angus.
Yeah, but if you describe it as a medium rare succulent, juicy steak, I'm more intrigued. All right, because now I'm turned on by it.
And we're not asking about fluff and false
I
advertisement.
just want you to add a little more layers to you.
Think about who you are and communicate that.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the intellectual thinker.
And there's a lot of intellectual thinkers out there, nerdy type. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, if you're the nerd type, be the nerd type. But, you know, writing a profile saying nerd who likes to read, who enjoys museums and fine dining, doesn't really kind of speak to who you are. I'm sure there's a lot of layers to you that are interesting. And men or women will want to know more about you. So maybe a better approach then would be a book-loving nerd over 50 with a soft spot of science museums and a taste for the fine dining. I'm curious, thoughtful, and always up for geeking out over a great, mean, or good read. Let's explore the universe, one exhibit, entree at a time. And that's cute. That's kind of catchy too. But what it's saying about this person, they're smart, they're intellectual, but they also like to get out and they like to have fun as well.
And I would replace nerd with any kind of thing you're into. You could be into drag races, you could be into art, and
fashion, whatever it is.
People should get a flavor for who you are and what you're into.
The long and short of it is fill out those bios, add more layers to your story, and I think you'll probably have a better outcome when it comes to dating online. I'm not saying all this is foolproof and going to work. You still got to get out and mingle with people's profiles and like their pictures, and you still got to do the work. But at least you can build your profile up where people are more prompted or apt to swipe. Is it left? Swipe left.
It's been so long, I don't remember.
Swipe left and maybe ask you out on the date.
No, swipe right is good.
Right is good, left is bad.
Help us out, y'all. It depends
on
a
favorable swipe. It's been so long for us. We've been out of the game for a minute.
We've been on for 4 years. I've been claimed. So number 3, negative or bitter tone. And I know men are saying, there's some women. No, it's some grumpy men out there.
It is. We want to talk about that?
Yeah. So if some men, I would say, like, I'm not for no drama. I don't want no broke men. I don't want you're saying what you don't want, or you're a little bit negative. You're not for, any childish, like, instead of saying what you don't want, say what you would like and who you are and what is good for you.
Because ladies, that could be a turnoff. It really can. For men, if you're leading with negative tones, we're not going to deal with that. We're not. To me, that's kind of like drama.
And on the women's side, the men sometimes can come off grumpy, especially over 50, a little bit grumpy.
Yeah, listen, I've heard some horror stories about men
A
too.
little grumpy.
Talking about I want a woman that can cook for me. She ain't cooking. Blah blah blah. Ninja, cook your own food. You're over 50 years old. You know how to prepare your stuff.
Be positive.
Yes.
So you might be missing somebody just because of the tone in which your profile is.
Exactly. Yep.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, please.
And we're getting a lot of views. Our views are increasing every week.
Yes, indeed.
But we need you to touch the
yes, and subscribe.
Please,
we're trying to build our community. All right.
So the next one is too vague or generic. What do you mean by that?
So we kind of covered it. So your profile or the information in it, the contents is too vague or generic. It doesn't really lend itself for people to get to know you, who you really are.
You don't have to tell your business. You don't want to address a social security number,
Right.
but I should know you're somebody who likes Italian food, or you like to cook, or you're a gardener, or whatever it is, so I can get some interest.
Yeah, or you like long walks in the park, things of that nature. Express that, say that.
And I think the benefit of being over 50 is that we have lived life, so we should know ourselves and be able to describe ourselves so the people who are for us can recognize us.
Absolutely, 100%.
Recognize game, so they can know, oh, okay, this is my girl.
That's right. And the other thing about a profile picture, guys, them legs. Woo, I had to go back for them legs. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. I was thinking about the profile.
Number 5.
Okay. All right.
Just getting a little X-rated here.
Right.
On the opposite end of too vague is too specific and too picky.
Yes, and this is for both men and women.
True. You're trying to meet people. So we were all single because we think we got our type. You think that was your person, right? And most of us met them in person or whatever. Obviously, we might need to relax what we think is what we need, and be a little bit,
Just be open.
Yeah, you don't know what that means.
Exactly.
You don't know if somebody described it wrong or they posted a funny picture. That doesn't mean that they always address that way or whatever. And specific, like in what, like your
like must be over 6 foot tall, 6'2" or better, or else don't even swipe. I mean, come on now. Got to make 6 figures or don't even swipe.
Exactly.
And for the fellas, I'm into the curvy women, no sticks. I don't want, she must have a big booty. We're adults here, okay? And we're only dating. This is a dating app. We're learning about each other.
I would just as my last comment. What you described, the things you might like, the big booty, 6 figure, that might be your ass. They had that. And that didn't work necessarily.
That's true.
I say open up.
She was the booty from hell.
And the 6-pack from hell.
Yes.
And I'm just saying, the 6-figure thing. What if he's at 99999 and he about to? You don't know.
I would say don't lead with that because you're really cutting down your options.
Exactly.
All right. Well, what's the chances are you're going to find? I'm sure there's some black men out there that make it. But what are your odds of finding someone in the dating pool that's making over 6 figures and over 6 feet tall?
And have a 6-pack.
And have a 6-pack.
Over 50.
Right.
You're getting it very small. And, he don't have time to date you because he's at the gym and working.
You'd have took yourself out of the dating pool.
Exactly. I think that we're cutting ourselves out. Now, I think those superficial things under 50 has gotten us to the place we are today. So I would just say reconsider it.
Yes, be open.
So Tim has homework for you.
Yes, we have homework for you. So listen, we told our friends we had the same homework for them. We want you to refine your dating app, fill in the bios.
Men, you have to write more than 2 sentences. More than 2 sentences about you. It can't be just words or emojis.
Yes, and come from the heart. If you're describing yourself to let's say you're describing yourself to the person that you know is the one, and you're trying to make the sale.
How will they recognize you?
Yes.
Wow. What
Yes.
do you really want? That might mean you need some private time to really sit
To reflect
and really think about who you are
Yeah.
and what you want your next chapter to be.
Yes, yes, and I know some guys or some women don't have a way with words. They're not poetic or things of that nature. But there is no excuse. Damn it! You got AI out here. You got Chat GPT out here. All you gotta do is plug in a few adjectives about yourself, and it would
And
form.
help you. And you don't have to do it exactly word for word. You can use that for some ideas
Yes,
on how to describe yourself.
exactly.
I have another idea. Ask your adult children to describe.
Yeah. There you go. What'd your friends say about you?
And speaking of adult children, or you may have some teenagers or whatever children, I would say you need them to update these profile pictures.
Please.
They know how to take the pictures.
They know the angles.
They know the angles. They will help you
Man,
pick an
if
outfit.
if this is you and you take profile pictures like this, this is not going to translate well. Because first,
No.
now all this is fat. Okay, you gotta have the angle, the right angle.
And I think that your adult children are the perfect people. And we talk about here living a full life and
Yes.
having a relationship with your whole family.
That's right.
And I think they will pick out the outfits. No, that's not
Yes.
color's not good. That is whack, Dad.
The socks and the sandals, Dad, is not it.
Exactly.
All right. All right.
And so let them help you. But we want to hear in the comments that you have updated your profile.
And if you are bold or inclined, we'd like for you to screenshot, if you will, your profile bio and let us, we're not going to grade it, but let's see how we can make it more refined.
And
Maybe we're not professionals.
Your
but
boo may be here and read it there. They might not be on that. Some people are on
That's a
different
good
apps.
point. That's a good
So
People
they might
meet
be
everywhere.
on Bumble or be on the whatever, and they're like, oh.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
So hopefully this information was helpful, y'all. I know it was with our friends. We at the end of the day, we want people to connect. And it seems like now that dating apps are kind of where people are finding each other. So put your best foot forward and put your best effort out there.
So thank you.
Thank you so much.
You. Love, Life, and Luggage is where we are. Oh, I
Yes.
wanted to say something too. So we're starting to record videos of some of our dates. Yes, we actually go on dates. We don't just
Yes.
sit here and talk to you. We actually go out. So we found the best format for doing those is we put them make them shorts.
We're doing a lot of shorts.
Yes, so you can see some of the date ideas. I know you've been sitting in the house all these years. You've probably been in a long relationship and you forget how to go on a date or how to plan a date or whatever. But we're going to show you some things that's around our town.
That's
We
right.
actually live in the DMV, the Greater
right.
Washington, D.C. area.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking no matter if it's two people in your town, they probably got a festival
They
or
got
a
a live
garden,
jazz spot,
something that you
live
can
music.
do
Yes.
to take a date on. So love,
And it's
Life,
not
Luggage.
very expensive.
No, true.
And we're showing you how to do this on a budget, guys.
This man is a
I will
budget
say,
man.
listen, I will save $1. I'm sorry, I sure will. But she ain't complaining about the places we've gone to. We've gone to Will Down and on a budget. We've gone some other places. I mean, we've done some things. Actually, no, it was you who got the Will
We
Down.
sit on the floor.
She got the floor. She's on the wheel.
So now sometimes I have to override them
She
to
does.
make sure that we sit. I
She
like
does.
to see the person. I like to see the outfit.
Yes.
But anyway, we're getting off of the topic.
It's about the experience.
So here at Love, Life, and Luggage, we try to remind you to
Love again, embrace growth, and journey on.